Dear students, in my previous episode, I have discussed about the distribution and utilization of water. In today's episode, let me explain about the economic and environmental significance and conservation of water. The episode is planned and consists of following submodules. 1. Significance of water. 2. Environmental significance. 3. Economic significance. 4. Necessities of water for survival. 5th. Conservation of freshwater resources. Economic and environmental significance and conservation of water can be very well explained by explaining the significance of water. This natural resource is becoming scarcer in certain places and its availability is a major social and economic concern. Currently, about 1 billion people around the world routinely drink unhealthy water. Most countries accepted the goal of having access to safe water by 2015. The number of people worldwide who do not have that basic facility and sanitation during the year 2030. Even if this difficult goal is met, it will still leave more than an estimated 500 million people without access to safe drinking water and over 1 billion without access to adequate sanitation. Poor water quality and bad sanitation are deadly. Some 5 million deaths a year are caused by polluted drinking water. The World Health Organization estimates that safe water could prevent 1.4 million child deaths from diarrhea each year. Water, however, is not a finite resource but rather recirculated as potable water in precipitation in quantities many degrees of magnitude higher than human consumption. Therefore, it is the relatively small quantity of water in reserve in the earth, about only 1% our drinking water supply, which is replenished in aquifer around every 1 to 10 years, that is a renewable resources, and it is rather the distribution of potable and irrigation water which is scarce rather than the actual amount of it that exists on the earth. In the developing world, 90% of all wastewater still goes untreated into local rivers and streams. Some 50 countries with roughly a third of the world's population also suffer from medium or high water stress, and 17 of these extract more water annually than is recharged through their natural water cycles. The strain not only affects surface freshwater bodies like rivers and lakes, but it also degrades groundwater resources. Following are some of the uses of water which shows its significance. From a biological standpoint, water has many distinct properties that are critical for the proliferation of life that set it apart from other substances. It carries out this role by allowing organic compounds to react in ways that ultimately allow replications. All known forms of life depend on water. Water is vital both as a solvent in which many of the body's solutes dissolve and as an essential part of many metabolic processes within the body. Water is thus essential and central to these metabolic processes. Water is also central to photosynthesis and respiration. Water is also central to acid-base neutrality and enzyme function. Civilization has historically flourished around rivers and major waterways. The most important use of water in agriculture is for irrigation. To function properly, the body requires between 1 and 7 liters of water per day to avoid dehydration. Water fit for human consumption is called drinking water or potable water. Humans use water for many recreational purposes as well as for exercising and for sports. Water is used in power generation, Hydroelectricity is the electricity obtained from hydropower. Pressurized water is used in water blasting and water jet cutters. Also, very high pressure water guns are used for precise cutting. Water is also used for cooking and dishwashing. It is the source of aquatic animal and coral reefs. Navigation and water transportations are the cheapest source of communication networks.